Hi guys, welcome back to In Case of Econ Struggles. Welcome to another exporting results struggle. Today we're making this lovely table right here, this regression table. The thing to note about this regression table is we are going to group some columns. So this is really useful. As you can see, you've got two different columns for price, two different columns for miles per gallon, and we don't want to put price and price over both of these columns. We want to say both of these columns went into our price. The only difference is one is no controls and the second is with controls, and same for miles per gallon. So let's go ahead and jump right into this Stata Code. So here's the Stata Code. We're still using this auto data, so I'm going to go ahead and read this in. And then I'm going to clear just to make sure that we don't have any old regression results in there. You can see I've got all the regressions set up, so I'll go ahead and run all of those. And we're using this estadd local controls to say no or yes for whether or not we've included controls. Even though we're using that in the column title, just sort of nice to have a secondary way to confirm that we're using controls or we're not using controls. Now let's go ahead and get into our esttab command here. The main difference in this video with these group dependent variables is this mgroups option right here. You can see our groups are price and miles per gallon. The pattern that it follows is we're going 1 0 1 0, which says that the first column is a new group and the third column is a new group. The second and the fourth column are not new groups. So we want price to span 2 columns and miles per gallon to span 2 columns. This prefix command is just telling LaTeX, hey, just so you know, these groups are going to span multiple columns, so 1 and 2 and 3 or 4. And then we're going to repeat this midline across the span of the column, and that's what's going to make that line under price that spans 2 columns and the separate line under miles per gallon that spans 2 columns. The M titles, we're going to repeat those, so no controls with controls, no controls, controls. Everything else is the same that we've been working on, so I'm just going to do a clean run through, so let's go ahead and run all of it. We'll pop into this text file right here just to see what's going on. It's a little hard to read, so we'll check it out more in our output. But if we saw anything weird in here, we would go ahead and make those changes in our esttab. But it looks good to me, so I'm going to close this. And just like before, I've already put it into this regression table folder. You can see it's called Grouped Variables. And I'm going to include it in this right here, and that's how we get table 9. As usual, the code for this table is below in the video description. If this was helpful, make sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time for another case of Econ Struggles.